opera, for example, they're quite comfortable and confident in museums, very unlikely to see lots of them in art galleries. And it's because there's an expectation in an art gallery that you won't be provided with much interpretation, whereas in a museum it'll all be there for you. So if your kids do ask you something, you can read the card faster than them. Whereas in an art gallery, it'll just say oil on canvas 1973 or something, and they just go, you know, a kid says, what's that? And they just don't know. So rather than being put in that position, they just don't go. And it's the same for other art forms, so opera or classical music or theatre. If they're not sure about it and they don't know how they have to behave or what they're going to see, they're very unlikely to go. So give them the tools in advance.
I can't actually say I've ever been to an event by myself, so it's definitely always either with friends or family. Theatre, I enjoy going to theatre just because of the entertainment, and you know, I suppose another reason is supporting the industry, supporting our culture and arts, and that growing up in culture and arts and enjoying it myself. I suppose you know how hard it is sometimes when, you know how hard it is to succeed in the industry sometimes, so by going to these things you're supporting New Zealand, whether it be drama, dance, music or whatever.
And it's always nice to see what they're producing now, especially the Royal New Zealand Ballet, because they do some amazing shows.
I try to go to museums, obviously to educate my son and get him interested in different things. If we can afford it, we try to get to the shows that are on, like we went to Walking with Dinosaurs. We don't get to any sort of dance, ballet type things. It doesn't interest either of us. Music-wise, I haven't been to a concert in many years. I think you kind of get to an age where that's not a priority. The other thing that I put off taking a child to is the places that have nice potteries on display and sort of in the real that sort of art line where it's like you're on a bit on edge that the child might just lift their elbow and knock something flying or something like that.
I think the last event I would have gone to would have been the Polyfest this year, and before that would have been one of my sister's dance recitals or dance productions.
The most overwhelming experience was actually when I went to see Dracula by the Royal New Zealand Ballet. I just thought the way they did it on stage, the set and the way they moved it around was just amazing. You'd be watching, there'd be a full set on stage, there'd be a whole crew of dancers, and you'll just be so involved in what the main character's doing. You'll be watching them, turn around a second later, the other dancers are gone, the set's being moved around, and you're just like, how did that happen?